Welcome back to On Track GP, I'm Jamie Chambers and this is our review of the F1 2023 Constructors' Championship. After a season of utter dominance for Max Verstappen and Red Bull, the Formula One world now enjoys a few months off as the focus begins to turn to next season. Nobody could get near Red Bull, and more specifically their three-time world champion, who failed to win in only 3 races all year. Mercedes finished second in the Constructors' Championship, but they did not once finish top of the podium. There were positives for the likes of McLaren and Williams, while things were less chaotic at Ferrari, and Fernando Alonso had some standout performances for Aston Martin. Here's our team-by-team analysis at the end of the 2023 season. Red Bull. Red Bull had a stellar season, missing a clean sweep only due to a rare stumble in Singapore. Verstappen's record 19 wins out of 22 races secured his 3rd straight championship, solidifying his place among the F1 legends. He could have clinched even more victories in Baku and Jeddah under different circumstances. Perez's strong start hinted at a title race, but it fizzled out, raising doubts about the Red Bull's future dominance. Despite securing 2nd place, his inconsistent season contrasted starkly with Verstappen's dominance. There are rumours of Red Bull considering replacing Perez mid-season with Ricciardo if 2024 starts similarly. Red Bull might maintain their dominance in 24, but they've been resistant to major changes. Verstappen's reign and their winning formula might continue, but upsetting that balance is a risk they may avoid taking unless absolutely necessary. Mercedes. Mercedes faced a disappointing year in F1, finishing winless but securing 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship, edging out Ferrari. A mid-season shake-up, including the departure of design chief Mike Elliott due to the failed zero sidepod concept, led to James Allison's return for the 2024 project, aiming for improved results. Despite a tough season, Lewis Hamilton and Toto Wolff managed to guide Mercedes to the runner-up spot in the Constructors' Championship. Admitting their concept flaw in April, they aimed for a fresh start with the next season's car. Aside from car issues, organisational lapses troubled Mercedes. Incidents like Hamilton and Russell colliding in Barcelona and multiple early exits from qualifying highlighted a dip in their usual standards. Hamilton seemed more comfortable in the W14 compared to last season, securing the best non-Red Bull spot. However, George Russell struggled, acknowledging a disappointing season due to reliability issues, trailing Hamilton. Both drivers are committed to Mercedes until 2025, eager to return to the team to winning ways after a lacklustre season's end. Ferrari. Ferrari had high hopes for a title challenge in 2023 after a troubled 22, yet the SF23 struggled against the Red Bull's RB19, lacking endurance over a full race. The car was quick in the right conditions, with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz combining for 6 pole positions, but too often fell away over a full race distance, seemingly unable to manage its tyres as effectively as Mercedes and Red Bull. At points they threatened to be the 2nd quickest car on the grid, but they were undone by inconsistencies from one track to the next. However, the Maranello outfit can lay claim to the fact that they were the only team to better Red Bull during the course of the season, with Carlos Sainz's victory at the Singapore Grand Prix. There now appears to be greater stability at the team under their new team principal, Fred Vasseur, who was brought in where the predecessor, Mattia Binotto, was deemed a surplus to requirements. They could close the gap next season with a good winter's development. McLaren. McLaren underwent a colossal shift from their initial struggles in Bahrain to a remarkable comeback. Initially, they lagged at the back of the grid, sparking doubts about Norris's future with the team. However, a revamped car inspired by Red Bull's RB19 quickly displayed impressive speed. By Silverstone, Norris secured 6th 2nd place finishes after initially struggling to score points. The team experienced the tale of 2 halves, struggling early on but dramatically improving with the mid-season updates. McLaren's future looks promising with a new wind tunnel operational and the stability of having 2 talented drivers secured for the long term at Woking. The team's resurgence after a dismal start signals positive momentum for McLaren heading into future seasons. Aston Martin. Aston Martin kicked off the season with immense promise, raising hopes of challenging Red Bull. Fernando Alonso shone, embracing the car while Lance Stroll struggled to adapt. The arrival of Fernando Alonso coincided with a significant uptake in form for Aston Martin, who could legitimately lay claim to having the 2nd fastest car over the season's opening races. Development missteps saw them fall to 5th in the Constructors' standings by the year's end. Despite the setbacks, 2023 marked a leap forward for Aston Martin. With plans for a new factory and wind tunnel, their future looks bright. Alonso's move from Alpine paid off with remarkable drives, narrowly missing a win at Monaco due to Verstappen's brilliance. As the season progressed, they just couldn't sustain their initial form, yet Alonso secured another podium in Brazil 3 races before the end of the season. Alpine. Throughout the season, the French team showed glimpses of potential with drivers Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly. However, their performances fluctuated wildly, swinging from being far off the points one race to clinching podium finishes in the next. Ocon and Gasly displayed flashes of brilliance, each claiming a podium position finish. Alpine's on-track struggle was mirrored by their off-track upheaval. Team principal Otmar Snapsauer departed after less than 2 years, leaving the team without a permanent replacement. This leadership vacuum likely impacted their performance. The Renault power unit's lack of strength added to their challenges, casting uncertainty on their outlook for 2024. However, a glimmer of hope emerged as the team secured a substantial $175 million investment, signalling a potential turnaround. Notable figures like golfer Rory McIlroy and NFL stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce contributed to this investment, hinting at brighter prospects ahead. Despite the setbacks, Alpine's future seems to carry a touch of promise amidst their tumultuous season. Williams. At Williams, a newfound optimism emerged as they secured their best constructors finish in years, landing 7th place. The team's total of 28 points was largely thanks to Alex Albon, whose exceptional drives marked a stark rise in reputation following his Red Bull exit. Albon's performances, notably quicker than anticipated, positioned Williams above their usual standing, earning crucial points. However, his teammate Logan Sargent faced struggles in his debut season, leaving uncertainties about his future. Overall, an impressive first season at the helm for former Mercedes man James Vowles. Albon's standout performances, often outshining his competitors in the FW45, showcased his skill, lifting Williams to 7th in the Constructors' Championship. With his career resurrected post-Red Bull, the team may find it challenging to retain him if he continues his trajectory next season. While Albon thrived, Sargent's outings appeared lackluster in comparison, marked by numerous off-track incidents that added to the team's expenses. Despite hints of losing his drive, Sargent is poised to continue with Williams in 2024, but improvement is vital to sustain his Formula One tenure. AlphaTauri. The 2023 season marked AlphaTauri's final year before its integration into the Red Bull Racing umbrella. Speculations swirl about potential name changes, including the likes of Racing Bulls. Longtime head principal Franz Tost bid farewell, paving the way for Ferrari's Laurent Mekies to take the helm. The team faced a challenging year, accumulating only 3 points in the initial 14 races. Yuki Tsunoda demonstrated resilience, showcasing growth from his error-filled rookie season in 2021. Nick De Vries struggled to find his footing and was replaced mid-season by Daniel Ricciardo, who faced an early injury. Liam Lawson's surprise entry showcased promise in his brief outings. While Tsunoda and Ricciardo remain for 2024, Lawson seems destined for a full-time F1 seat soon. As AlphaTauri transitions to a new era in 2024, they will be aiming to climb from their 8th place finish. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo bids farewell to its name after 6-year tenure, preparing for a rebrand ahead of becoming Audi in 2026. This transition could lead to challenging years evident in their 2023 season, marked by sporadic points finishes for Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu. The team tumbled from 6th to 9th in the standings, grappling with the evolving F1 regulations. The lack of pace in the C43 confined Bottas and Guanyu to scrap for lower points. The pending shift to Audi's Works team in 2026 shadows their struggles, while anticipating a boost with technical guru James Key's arrival in 2024, expecting enhanced support from Audi. Despite limited success prospects, Bottas embraces his role as a team leader, finding contentment away from Hamilton's shadow. Zhou's closer performance to Bottas keeps him for 3rd season in 2024, yet his ascent beyond F1's midfield remains uncertain. Stability prevails, with both drivers staying out for the rest of next season. Haas. Though there was no shortage of optimism early on in the season when Haas picked up points in 4 of the first 5 races, failing only to score in the season opening in Bahrain. But point scoring opportunities became very few and far between as the year progressed, resulting in the American team finishing rock bottom in the Constructors' Championship. Nico Hülkenberg voiced disappointment in their regression from 8th place the previous year, calling the team's lack of progress disappointing and upsetting. And it's fair to say that they have taken a big step backwards compared to the previous year when Kevin Magnussen took them from 8th in the standings. The VF23 faced rear tyre issues, marking the decline from their promising 2022. Hulkenberg was generally faster than Kevin Magnussen, shining in qualifying whilst Magnussen grappled with the VF23. Overall, Haas faced a shortage of point scoring chances, leaving them at the bottom of the standings and left both drivers hoping for a more competitive mount in 2024. That is our wrap up of the Constructors' Championship for 2023. Which teams do you feel did best? Who will challenge Red Bull in 2024? What teams need a shake-up before the new season? Let us know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. This has been On Track GP. I've been Jamie Chambers. Keep the pedal to the metal, and I'll catch you in the next video.